Proceed. Okay, so let me record and let me share my screen. Right. So by default, actually we can connect to SQL Server, but don't know this time we are getting error. So let's troubleshoot it. What error we are getting? Why we are getting this error 18456 error? Okay. How can we troubleshoot? Go to your main SQL Server. Okay. Go to management, expand SQL Server logs. Click on, double click on this current error log. This is called error log, guys. Okay, this is called error log. This error log will be there. Okay, for every SQL server, it will track each and everything what's happening in your SQL server. Okay, from where we can get it? Expand management, expand SQL server logs. There you can see error log. Current error log is since last restart to till now. If your server is last restarted in the last month, from last month to till now, it will generate all the errors in this error log only. You know, right? Logbook. If you go to any apartment, if you go to a library, public libraries and all, there you can see logbooks. Everything you have to mention: your name, your mobile number, at what time you came, what is your membership ID, what is your phone number, what books are there with you. Okay, so everything you have to mention, right? In the same way, error log, that is also a logbook for SQL Server. It will mention each and everything, almost all errors. It will mention errors information also. It is going to mention. Okay, clear, guys? So let's check why we are getting that error. Let's go and check here. Everything you can see entry. Okay, I am going down to see whether anything is recorded. Why we are getting 18456 error? 18456 error is a famous error, guys. Okay, so polybase feature disabled.
Sir, 18456 is related to login, sir,
Yes,
only.
related to the login only. 1 minute, guys. Okay, 1 minute. Hello. Yeah, Lakshmi, good morning. So in the last class we discussed about the security. We just started the security. What is security? What is security? We have if you know the only right, and by default it is Windows. Let's then only you can connect to the SQL server. Right. Okay. Sorry for that. Right. So here why we are getting error, here also I cannot see anything related to the 18456 error. Okay. If anything is there, you can see here logon error will be there in the source. You can see as a logon error. Okay. I don't see any logon error here. Everything it is showing, but it is not showing any logon error. What I'll do, I'm going to restart my SQL server. Okay. Let's restart the SQL server. It don't create the issue, but okay, so this time it just created an issue. Let's see. Let's restart the SQL server first, then we'll see whether we can do it or not. Whether Vinod can log in or not. Okay.
Sorry.
And again,
Any error
yeah, 1 minute.
server will
Okay,
be
1 minute,
restarted.
1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, again, if any login failure comes, don't restart the server in the organization, guys. Okay, as it is normal server, I'm just restarting. Okay, right? So there are, if you cannot restart the server without having proper approvals and all. Yes, you're asking one doubt.
Sir, that one only.
Okay, okay, that's fine. Okay, right. And now let me check why we are getting this error, guys. Oh, okay. Now tell me, can anyone tell me why we are getting this error?
Sir, that part is not also
Very
only.
good, excellent, excellent. Okay, so we are connecting to batch party, but user is created in the
Administrator.
Windows.
Windows only. That's okay, fine. User is created in which instance, guys?
Default.
Default instance. What is the server name?
Windows 30.
This is a default. This is named instance, guys. This is
Named.
not default instance. Batch 40. Actually,
Computer
yeah,
name, sir.
yes. Vinod is created in the default instance. Security.
Right.
You can see here Vinod list. Okay. Now,
Right.
but unfortunately, I also did not check the server name. We are connecting. Vinod is trying to connect to batch 40 instance. It is like okay, you're entering into another one house. You're forget about your house and you're entering into another house, which is not allowed, right? So let's connect to your house. This is your house. This is Vinod's house. Okay, now if Vinod selected this connect option, then Vinod can connect. Okay, you can see here Vinod name also. If administrator is connected, you can see here administrator. If Vinod is connected, you can see Vinod here. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes,
You
sir.
need to restart the server. Actually, by mistake, I did not check the server name. I'm keep connecting to batch 40 instance, but Vinod is created in the default instance. I have to give default instance only. I cannot give named instance. That is the mistake here. Clear, guys, everyone? So by
Yes.
default, each login will get connect permission to SQL server when you create a SQL login or Windows login. Okay. Any login, even though you don't give permissions to any database, permissions on any database, still he can connect to SQL server. Why? Because each login by default, it will get connect to SQL permission. Connect to SQL. That's by default permission. Vinod can only connect. He cannot do anything, guys. Okay. Vinod wants to access data. He cannot access. He cannot expand any. This is like administrator, right? So that's why you can see here. Yeah. This is administrator. Go to Vinod connection. Okay. So Vinod wants to expand any database, and if he wants to see any tables, he cannot access. He cannot. Okay. He is not allowed to access the database. See here. I am getting the error. Vinod getting the error. If you see here, administrator is having full rights. I can access and I can see the tables and all. Okay, student table I can see, and I can open the student table also, select star from sys.stud, select star from student. But if you go to this Vinod connection, I cannot even expand batch 40 itself. If I expand batch 40, I'll get the error, not accessible. Okay, so Vinod can only connect to SQL server. He cannot do anything. He's not authorized to do anything. Okay, as we have created a login for Vinod in the SQL server, he can just touch the SQL server. He cannot do anything in the SQL server. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Any doubts? Anyone having any issues?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so this is how your Windows authentication will work. Okay, and you can see here, this is how you can log in with Windows authentication. Either you can log off from administrator, you can log in as Vinod in the Windows server, then you can open SSMS so that you will get Vinod name here, or else, okay, or else you can directly, as a DBA, our work is limited to create the logins only. Say for example, one developer joined in the organization, guys. Okay, one developer joined in the organization. So you want to create a Windows login for him. What you will do? First of all, we'll verify whether that developer is created in the Windows server or Active Directory or not. Usually it will be Active Directory only. How to verify whether he is created or not? Simply we'll create new login. Okay. Right click, new login. Here search. If you select Active Directory name here, and if you give that person name, if you click on check names, if he is there, we will get his account name. If he is not there, we will get the error. Like last time, how we got it. If we are getting the error, okay, this time let's go with Dev. Dev joined as a developer. Now, if I click check names, now I'll get the error. Now, what we have to do, guys?
Again, we go to for
Create
create
the-
Active Directory.
No, you don't have access to Active Directory. Simply take the screenshot of this error, send an email to the Windows team. Hey, we know the account is not created in the account in the Active Directory. Please create an account for Vinod. Dev. Okay, they will ask a ticket. Please create a ticket for the same. They will ask like that. Ask Dev to create one ticket and ask Dev to assign the ticket to Windows team. So Windows team will work on it. Windows team will create an account for Dev in the Active Directory. Once Windows team created an account in the Active Directory, what we have to do? Simply we have to create a
Login.
Windows login for Dev. That's it. Once we created the Dev login, again we cannot check by logging as Dev. Our work is, of course it will work. Just to show you the demo, I just logged in as Vinod. But again, the organization, you don't no need to log in with the other users accounts and all. Simply your work is limited to create. If you create properly, it will work properly. Again, no need to test it. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Understood.
Fine. So let me cancel all these things. Okay, and you can see here we know the account. Okay, so this is how your Windows login will work. Let's create SQL login. For SQL login, there is no prerequisite. Okay, there is no mandatory that you have to create a Windows level users and all. Directly you can create login. See, I will create login for Dev, guys. For Dev, I'll create a SQL login. Okay, choose SQL authentication, give the name as Dev. Okay, and I'm going to give the password. I'm giving simple password 123 tab 123. Okay, actually don't allow 123 password. Why don't allow password? You can see here enforce password policy is there. If this enforce password policy option is selected, you have to give strong password, minimum 8 characters, one caps, one small, one number, one special character. You have to give. Okay, so if you uncheck it, it will allow 123 password. Minimum 3 it has to allow. It won't allow one or one two, or like it won't allow one digit or two digits. Minimum 3 you have to provide. But when, if you uncheck this enforce password policy, only to simplify your practice, I'm unchecking this enforce password policy, as every time you have to give big password to connect to a SQL server. In the organization, we don't uncheck this password policy. It will be checked only. You will give strong password to create the login. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just that's it. I'm giving the Dev name. I'm giving 123 password for Dev. I'm just clicking OK. That's it. Dev login is created. Now, if you want to log in as Dev, guys, tell me how can I log in as Dev? I want to connect to the SQL server as Dev, guys. How can I do that?
Here we have an
Windows
option
admin.
to, oh, sir, we have a,
Hmm. Tell me.
in top of, in top of
Connect
that
button.
update,
Hmm.
yes, sir,
Hmm.
connect it.
Hmm.
So here,
Instead of
choose
Windows
yes,
authentication,
Hmm.
yes, you can
SQL
choose
SQL
SQL Server
Server
authentication.
authentication we need to give.
Very good. Now,
We need
Now there we have to give the name,
Dev
login name,
name and password.
very good.
password.
That's it. 1, 2, 3. And you can click connect. Again, you will get error. Now, how to fix this error, guys? Okay. So your process is correct only. But yesterday, if you remember, this server is configured with Windows authentication. So it will allow only Windows logins to connect.
Right.
Okay. So what we have to do, we have to change the authentication mode from Windows to mixed mode. How can I do that? Go to the server properties,
Properties,
go to the security.
security.
Okay. Here you can see, right? Windows
Yes, sir.
authentication mode. So it will allow only Windows logins to connect. Choose SQL Server and Windows authentication mode. It will allow both Windows login as well as SQL logins also. Click connect, click OK. Okay, click OK. Now let's try. Connect Windows to SQL, Dev, and password 1, 2, 3. Right now, can I connect, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's connect. Now also I'm getting error. Okay, so the solution is once you changed the setting, you have to restart the SQL
Refresh.
server, guys. Not refresh, direct restart. If you remember, if you just checked that option or not, once I changed that setting, okay, it just shows a notification message that this change will take effect once you restarted the server. Okay, so usually in the organization, while installing SQL Server itself, we will choose Windows and SQL authentication. Why? Because we don't get approvals to restart the server right at any time. So during installation only, we will choose Windows and SQL authentication. Okay, so all the logins can connect, but intentionally I choose Windows authentication. You have to know how to convert from Windows to mixed mode authentication. So that's why to show you that setting, intentionally I just choose that option, Windows authentication. Okay, now you can try connect button, choose SQL Server authentication, give the name as Dev and 1, 2, 3. And if you click connect, now you can see it will be connected automatically. And again, your work is limited to create Dev login. That's it. You are not allowed to log in as Dev. If any user comes to you, asked, hey, please create a login for me on this server, then you have to right click new login, select SQL login, SQL authentication, give the name, give the strong password, guys. You may have doubt, okay, so sir, I know the password, right? So I can misuse his password, Dev password, right? Okay, so actually if you choose SQL authentication, okay, so let's go with another one. Who is the other guy? We have a lot of guys we have, right? So let's go with Krishna. Okay, Krishna KRISHNA. Okay, so it is going to ask strong password. You have to give strong password. Okay, let's go like this. What is today's Thursday, right? THURSDAY. Thursday at 11th, right? Date THURS. You can give 1, 2, 3 also. Thursday at 11th. Okay. Now if I click OK, I'm not unselecting this option, guys. Okay, I'm not unselecting this option. So I gave strong password, right? So I'm not going to unselect this option. If you see here, there is one more option. User must change password at next login. I'm a DBA. I created an account for Krishna. Now I will give password. Hey Krishna, your account is created. This is your password. Okay, Thursday at 11 is your password. Today is 11, right? Thursday at 11 is your password. You can try logging in. Once Krishna tried with the default password, immediately Krishna will get one window, guys. Okay, Let's go with Krishna. KRISHNA. Now Krishna is logging with his credentials. THURSDAY Thursday at 11. If I click connect, if Krishna click connect, see here, it is asking us to change the password immediately. So Krishna will put his own password. So we don't know his password as a DB. Even though we are DBS, we cannot crack the passwords.
So what if Krishna forgot the password, and how can we retrieve the password?
We can reset the password. Simply double click on Krishna login. Once Krishna forgot his password. Okay, Krishna raise a request. I am unable to connect to the SQL server. I forgot my password. Then double click on Krishna. Okay, here you can give your own password again. You can reset it again.
Got it, sir.
Okay, so you can again tell the same password to Krishna. He can log into the SQL server with his new password. Okay, it's very simple. Just double click on the login, change the password. Only for SQL logins will have password. Remaining Windows logins and all, there is no concept of password. Okay.
Sir, in our organization, we need to work on is SQL Server authentication or Windows.
Both. Some people will looking for Windows logins. Some people will looking for SQL logins. We have to create both. It's not like
Okay, sir.
only SQL logins we have to work. Who will work on Windows authentication? Another DBA you are going to recruit. Okay,
Already.
so you have to work on both, not a single SQL logins.
No, sir. For creating logins, we use a
For
SQL login
creating
or
logins, SQL or Windows, that is our responsibility. For creating Windows level users, that is Windows admin's responsibility. Okay. If Windows people created Windows accounts or AD accounts, as a DBS, we have to create a login for them. Either it is a Windows login or SQL login, that doesn't matter for us. He will mention, the user will mention whether he need a Windows login or SQL login. If he is looking for Windows login, as discussed, an account should be created for him in the Active Directory. Then we'll simply create a login for him. Okay, right? But both we are going to create. Not only SQL logins, we'll create Windows logins also. Windows users, you don't confuse, guys. Windows users are different. Windows logins are different. Windows users only can be created by Windows team, LUS or mgr.msc. This can be done only by Windows team. We cannot do this one. Okay. But once this is created, our responsibility will start. We have to create a Windows login for this existing Windows user. Clear, guys? Any issues, any doubts?
సార్ ఇప్పుడు కృష్ణ అనేది అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసాం కదా.
Yes.
సో మనం ఇప్పుడు లాగిన్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్ తో కానీ వినోద్ తో కానీ లాగిన్ అయినప్పుడు కృష్ణ అనే అకౌంట్ లాగిన్ అవడానికి ఛాయిస్ ఉంటుందా? మనం ఇందాక కృష్ణ అకౌంట్ వచ్చేసి వినోద్ అకౌంట్ లో క్రియేట్ చేసాం కదా సార్, వినోద్ యూజర్ ఐడి.
Don't compare like that. Don't compare like that. We are not creating any account into any account. Administrator is one door. Vinod is one door. Okay, so these are the doors to enter into the server. Don't think like administrator only created Krishna or administrator created Vinod. So we are created Vinod in the administrator. No, that's wrong. We logged in as administrator, we created users. If you want to connect to the server, one account should be there, right?
సార్ సో ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఒక విండోస్ లాగిన్ క్రియేట్ అయితే విత్ దట్ లాగిన్ ఆల్సో కృష్ణ కెన్ లాగిన్ విత్ SQL.
Why like that? How can Krishna can log in? Tell me.
అంటే మీరు
Krishna will
అంటున్నారు
have its own password. Krishna can use that password only to connect to the server. SQL server especially. Okay, so don't confuse here. Krishna is separate account, Vinod is separate account, administrator is separate account. All are separate accounts. We are not created Krishna or Vinod in the administrator. No, that's wrong. By using administrator account, we just created those two users or logins. Okay, any doubts?
No, sir.
Everyone. Okay, so Let's go for group login. Okay, so we just discussed Windows login. We just discussed SQL login. Now let's go with the group login. As discussed, guys, we'll encourage group logins in the organization. I told you, right? We don't encourage individual logins. Okay, so we don't encourage creating individual logins, guys. Why we don't encourage creating individual logins? Okay, why? Because 10 members might be there, 20 members might be there, 200 members might be there, 200 members might be there, 200 users might be there, or 2000 users might be there. So if you expand logins, if you can see 2000 logins here, it will look awkward. It don't looks good. It's not standard process. Creating individual logins is actually not a standard process, but usually 60% to 60 to 70% people don't follow. See, you can create direct login also, but it's not a good process. Okay, there are some standards in the organization. So what we'll do, guys, say for example, we are 10 members. Okay, DBS, 10 members are there. So if these, of course, these 10 members has to access SQL Server, right? Agree or not? How many SQL servers are there in your organization? All the SQL DBS has to access all the SQL servers, right? Agree?
Yes, sir.
If anyone wants to connect to SQL Server, an account should be created for him in the SQL Server. If 10 people wants to connect to the SQL Server, 10 accounts should be there in the SQL Server, right? So what
Yes,
we
sir.
will do, instead of 10 accounts, we'll create a group account. Okay, every server, instead of creating all the 10 accounts for every SQL server, what we will do, guys, we'll create a group account for them. SQL DBA group. Who will create group? Actually, in the Windows level, Windows people will create a group. Okay, I told you, right? In the Active Directory, groups will be there. Whenever you just go to any company, once you got the job, okay, whenever you go to any company, immediately you will get the access, guys. How come you will get access immediately on all the servers? What they will do, you know, already SQL DBA group will be there in the Active Directory. Simply they will create one account for you. They will add you into that particular SQL DBA group. As discussed earlier, how many servers are there? How many SQL servers are there in your organization? As per this group policy, as you're a member of this group, you can access all the SQL Server instances. You can connect to
Just
all
like
SQL
adding
Server
WhatsApp.
machines. Sorry,
Just like adding in WhatsApp.
that's it. Yes, very good. Just like adding in WhatsApp group or Facebook group. Once you are a member of WhatsApp group, you can see all the messages, right? Right. Once group calling functionality is there. Once you call to the group calling, everyone will get the call, right? Everyone can lift the call, everyone can talk, right? In the same way, groups will be created. Oracle will have its own Oracle DBA group. SQL will have its own SQL DBA group. HR people, HR group will be there. Management people, management group will be there. Transport people, transport group will be there. Like depends upon their responsibilities, different groups will be there. So you cannot touch HR servers. HR people cannot touch your servers. Oracle people cannot touch your servers. You cannot touch Oracle servers. Why? Because you are limited with the groups. Your group is not allowed to touch other group servers by default. If you want, you can touch it. If anyone gave extra permissions, you can touch it. But by default, you cannot touch it. So we are going to encourage group logins only to save the time instead of creating 10 logins in one SQL server. Okay. Once we created a group login for that SQL DBA team, if someone joined in the team, simply instead of creating a login for him in all the servers, simply we'll add that person into the DBA group. automatically this new person will get access to all the SQL servers.
Right. Got it.
Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So who will create the groups? Windows level groups. Group concept is there only for Windows logins, guys. Okay, not for SQL logins. There is no SQL level group logins. Only for Windows logins, group concept is there. Okay, so Windows team has to create groups either in the Windows machine as discussed earlier or in the Active Directory. 99, not 99, 100% they will create in the Active Directory only. As we don't have Active Directory setup, I'm creating local group. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, let me go to this lusr.mgr.msc again. Okay, so let me go to this groups. Let me create one group, right click, new group, SQL DBA group. As of now, there are no members in this group. Okay, so let's create it first. Later also you can add it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create 3 users, guys. Right click, new user. Let's go with this. We have a lot of people, right? Dev, we know we covered Satish. Let's cover with Satish. Okay, Satish. Tab, tab, tab. I'm going to give password for Satish. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Okay. User must not change the password. And again, guys, this work can be done by the Windows team only. We don't do this work. But for our practice, we are only Windows team. We are only SQL DB team. We are only network team. Okay, everything we have to do. Okay, right. Let's go with other Bashir. Okay, let's go with the Bashir. I'll create three logins. Okay, 3 users I'll create, and I'm going to add those 3 users into the group. Shankar. Okay. Right now I just created 3 users. Okay, now you can see a lot of users are there, right? Satish, Shankar, Bashir. Okay, let's go with this group now. SQL DBA group, double click on it. Let's add all these 3 people. Click on add button. Type, you can type all the names at a time. Bashir, semicolon, give semicolon, guys. Satish, semicolon, Shankar. Check names. You will get the names. See here, if say for example, we have other peoples also, right? Shivaji. If I gave Shivaji, okay, I'll get the error. Okay, why? Because we haven't created Shivaji. We just created only these 3 people. So that's why we got this. Okay, so let's remove Shivaji and let's click OK and let's click apply and then click OK. Now all the 3 people, okay. Yes, Shashi, we can move users from one group to another group also. We can simply add. See, for example, if you want to add Vinod, right? Vinod we have already created. You can add here. Okay, you can simply add here. Click OK. Okay, apply. Okay. Okay, right. Now in this group, 4 members are there. If Satish, Shankar, Bashir wants to connect to the SQL server, I have to create 3 SQL logins for them. For Satish, separate SQL login, say Windows login. For Shankar, separate Windows login. For Bashir, I have to create separate Windows login. Instead of doing that, what I'll do, I'll create a group login. Why? Because these 3 people are part of SQL DBA group, right? The group is already existed, right? So now what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to create a group login. Nothing, guys, simply instead of individual account name, you have to give group name. That's it. New login. You don't see any option group login and all. Of course, group logins are Windows logins only. There is no group login concept for SQL authentication. Make sure Windows authentication is selected. Search. Earlier, you used to give Vinod, Satish, Shankar like that, individual names, right? Now give the group name, guys. SQL DBS group. Check names. As group, it is showing the group is not existed, but we have already created the group. and the spelling is also correct. SQL DBAs. Okay. So what is the problem here? Under object types, it is searching only individual users. It is not searching in the groups. Select groups also here. Click OK. Now check names. Now you will get the group name. Computer name / group name. Now click OK. Now click OK. That's it. Now, who are there in this group? They all can connect to my SQL Server, guys. Whoever is there, 100 members are there in this group. 100 people can connect to my SQL Server. See how much time I am going to save. If I want to create 100 logins in the SQL Server, it will take a lot of time. Okay, simply I just created a group login for them, group user account in the Windows level. Then I just added that group in the SQL Server. Now, if someone, say for example, now at any time you can add new members to this group. Okay, so for example, if someone joined in the organization as a new DBA, okay, let's go with one person. The meeting is going to end. Let me reopen the meeting, guys. Please join immediately with the same link.